Hello and welcome to my first ever live cooking video. Today we're going to tackle the famous Egyptian broth, chicken broth to be specific. What you see here is me preparing my onions to start prepping my chicken to put it into my boiling water. My water is boiling, so I add some cardamom, bay leaves, salt, pepper, and a whole onion. Now I chop up my onion into half so that it can start releasing its aromas into the water. My chicken has been soaking in water and vinegar. So while the water is boiling, my chicken is cleaning itself. Next, you will see me prepping my chicken. So to prepare my chicken to drop it into the broth, first I dry my chicken. And you want to make sure that it's really dry and there's no feathers left on the chicken. If you're in Dubai like me, you may find some feathers here and there. Very normal. Cut off all the fat, cut off all the extra skin. Next, I start stuffing my chicken with the onion and black pepper mix that you saw me put together at the beginning of the video. Now I used 2 tablespoons of black pepper to 1 chopped onion, and I rub some of it on there on the chicken skin, and I go right in between the skin and the meat before putting it in the boiling pot of water. So you'll see me here prepping it and getting it all ready and going into every single crevice and rubbing it down with the onion and the black pepper mix. So while continuing to prep it, I got over my fear recently, actually, and while putting together this video. That was the first time I touched raw chicken ever in my life without gloves or without tongs. And it was quite an interesting feeling, I'm not gonna lie. Make sure you cover every single nook and cranny of that chicken. Then you'll want to flip it over. So next I'll flip it and you'll see me doing the same thing. If the skin is really stuck onto the meat, just kind of wiggle your finger in there and it comes apart easily. Yeah, again, you'll have to get over your fear of touching raw chicken for this part. Or you can wear latex gloves like I do, or non-latex. Whatever floats your boat, whatever suits your need. It's easier to do it with your bare hands though. So now I rub down all the chicken with the black and pepper mix. And now I'm going to drop it into my boiling pot of spices. Again, that's cardamom, bay leaves, onions, black pepper, salt, and you just let it boil before you drop your chicken in. Once it's boiled, you'll start to see some fat and some white stuff appear at the top of your broth here. So you want to remove that with a spoon. In Arabic, they call that rima. This makes the broth smell funky. You don't want to keep that in. So try to get as much of it out as much as you can. Before, at the beginning, when the chicken's upside down, you put it face down, so while the back is on it, and then once we flip our chicken later, you'll see me going in and doing the same thing. You let it boil. Now we flip. You'll see that I'm gonna test if my chicken has been cooked. First I lower my heat a little bit, and then you just let it boil, do its thing. You can see the white stuff appear at the top again. This is me poking it to make sure that it's cooked. You know it's cooked when no blood comes out of the holes that you made with the fork. My mom taught me that, actually. If clear liquid comes out, it's cooked. You're good to go. You're golden. And then more rima is appearing. Lots of it, actually. So I'm gonna go in now with a spoon again and start removing it all so that my broth smells and tastes nice. If some cardamom comes out there, just kind of take it out, give it a rinse, and you can put it back into your pot. That's okay. My mother-in-law told me that's okay, and I've done it, and nothing has happened. So you just want to keep removing all the white stuff, all the fat bubbles that pop up at the top. Make sure it's nice and clear. Now it's done. See how my broth is clear here? I'm going to start removing my chicken. And again, because it's super tender, it's going to start to fall apart. And that's okay. It happens to the best of us. We're still learning, guys. It happens. And then you want to get ready to strain your broth. So this is where, you get rid of all your bay leaves, the extra fats that have fallen into the broth, the onions, so on and so forth. I personally like to double strain. You'll see me strain it once right now. Now the double strain is not mandatory, it's optional, but to get the best and clearest broth, you'll understand why I like to double strain. So once your broth has boiled again on the stovetop, you'll see some more fat bubbles appear and some more rima appear. So I usually like to go in and remove that again. And then once I'm done, I will get ready to do my second strain. So here's my second strain. And I have nice, clear chicken homemade broth. Get ready for part 2.